Okay, hello people, how are we doing? It is Tuesday again, time to, well, it's a bit awkward this one. We're going to be doing our Tuesday workshop skin checks, but there is a bit of a problem going on. So if I just quickly navigate to over to here, not about my YouTube, no, there is an image that I want to show. So apparently this week there weren't supposed to be any Rust workshop skin submissions because we're literally just on the cusp of Christmas skins being uploaded. So there isn't even a TGG collection or a video uploaded at the moment. If I just quickly show you, it's 8 o'clock my time in the UK. Usually, every Tuesday, 7 o'clock UK time, we would see a new TGG collection and a new video. But if I just quickly take you over to here, I quickly refresh, there is no video. And if we look at his collections, we only have the top picks from the previous week. This was the previous week's video, as you can see. So, it looks like we're going to be seeing a Christmas collection being made soon, and we are starting to see some Christmas skins creeping in at the moment. But the main point of this video is there were still a batch of skins that were uploaded by people, by skin creators. They weren't supposed to, but you know, they did, and well, might as well talk about them. So here we are. It is the Tuesday Workshop Skin Checks. Now, as you are aware, I have built up a curated followed authors list. Basically, if you manage to get onto TGG's top picks, you've reached a level where I should be keeping an eye out for you and keeping an eye out for every single skin that you upload. And that's what we do here in the Tuesday Workshop Skin Checks. So all you have to do to build up a curated list like I do, just go through all the recent lists that TGG has made and just look at all of these skin creators and start following them. And I do believe I have followed each and every single one of those people. Yep, perfect. So it's as simple as that, and you always get a good insight for what potentially might be picked that week or maybe the week after. So anyway, let's stop dawdling and jump straight in. Let's start taking a look at the deployables of this week. So again, I must point out, there's not going to be as much skins this week because technically these people weren't supposed to upload skins this week. It's not a case of that you're not allowed to, rather there's no top picks for this week. It's not going to happen. And yeah, do you get what I mean? Yeah, it's more a case of you probably won't have your skins being seen on the TGG picks or video. I'm not 100% sure. But just keep an eye out on Mr. TGG's videos, and you probably get a good idea of how it's going to work. I am just looking at everything here with a financial perspective. Potentially, some of the things that we've been speculating might show themselves, like continuations of collections and whatnot, and then we can start making a move. Potentially, we can start anticipating the arrival of certain skins. We could invest into part of that collection it's from already, and you get the idea. I've said this many, many times. So speculation is what we're doing in terms of trying to see if something new's appeared. Anticipation is where we see it, and then we wait to potentially see it in a Rust rotation eventually. So let's properly start looking at this. Here are the deployables of this week. Blue Lotus storage box made by Mr. JJ. Hello, hello. So we got a nice bright blue small box storage. When was the last small box skin to be accepted? Halloween. Yeah, the pumpkin one. Right. Looking cool. No description, doesn't appear to glow in the dark or anything, so okay, that's fine. Let's move on to the next thing. It is, well, there you go, we've got a glow in the dark version, so it seems to have like a pattern. Can you see that? If I zoom in here a bit, do you see how the outlines of all these petals kind of stand out? Nice design, Mr. JJ. Not insanely, like, super colourful in regards to multiple colours and whatnot, but it's got a simple idea, straight to the point, looks cool. Can't say no to that. Looks alright to me. So, cool idea. Let's move on to the next storage. So we got another small box storage made by Mr. Wawagan. The metal constructor is a universal thing. From it you can create not only toys, but also useful things. This box is proof of that. Cool. Hey, he wrote a description. I'll make sure to read it out. So, it looks like... do you know those old type... Oh, I can't remember them properly. There's an old type of make-it-yourself style kits. When they're from... Well, they're still available, but they were more popular about 20 years ago or so. But yeah, I can't remember the UK brand. It was... Oh, damn it. The guy from Top Gear made a little video about it. I can't remember. But yeah, I know what this is. This is like one of those old kits that you could get, and you get a whole bunch of these like panels, and you could make things out of them. I get the whole idea of this wagon. So yeah, that's a cool idea. Unique in its design. A lot of people just think, oh, but it's just Swiss cheese. You don't understand what it's referencing. Anyway. Moving on to the large boxes. Yes, so Retro and Slanosta, last week they had that very cool looking it was the Imperial sheet metal door, wasn't it? Well, now they've turned it into an Imperial large box. Gentlemen, that looks lavish, that looks nice. Every rich clan should be able to have an ever so lovely large box to store all their valuables and whatnot inside it. Yes, splendid. So yeah, doesn't appear to glow in the dark or anything. No. Cool idea, all cushiony, gold plated, nice designs here, looks very nice. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Let's also point out, this week will be the last Rustle rotation before we have 2 weeks of Christmas related skins only. So we potentially might see this being picked. But there isn't going to be a list this week, so maybe we'll only see late picks this Rustle rotation of this week, or maybe some of the skins you might see here today we might see as early picks. It very likely could happen, but yeah, just giving you all the information of possibilities. Let's just roll on to another large box, the Secret Recipe large box. Hang on a minute. I remember this. This is a skin continuation. It's a collection. Yep. So we've had the bucket helmet, we've had the satchel charge, the bone club wasn't successful, that wasn't accepted, but what we have now is the fryer. Okay, that's cool. Okay, no, so this is our KFC knockoff brand in Rust, made by Mr. Algorithm and RZA3D. Roast meat to a crisp with this big smoke-free fence. Oh, just store all your junk in it. Okay. It glows in the dark, it seems, ever so slightly. Then, yep, some of it glows. Is that just reflecting the light? Can I get a proper look at it at night time? I can't guarantee. It doesn't say if it glows, but that looks like it's glowing, but it also looks like they're shining light on it and it's just reflecting the light. We'll have to take a look at that. That is a skin continuation, a collection. You get what I mean? We're going to show this off on the Saturday Skin Showcase. I like what I see. And now we're moving on to sheet metal doors. So, Mr. S314 Noza, you inspired by Takashi Murakami. Okay, let's go take a look at that. Ooh, okay. This is cool. This is interesting. I think you really did capture his style. That looks really nice. I'll give it to you. You did a very good job there. You got like radioactive symbols, skulls, peace signs. Yeah. You should have... face punch right there. Perfect. I was going to say, I was looking for something. That image right there really kind of took me away in terms of, oh God, what am I in for? Am I going to see something very amateur? You know what I'm talking about. But no, from what I see here, that's a very nice piece of work there. I think that's got a good chance of potentially being accepted. It's a bit bright, don't you think? I should point that out. It does seem a bit bright. But, hey, you know, it's got a really nice design to it. Maybe that's perfect for the way it is. So I think you did a very good job there. I like what you did. I like the theme. And I think... let's see, you know. Remember what I say. If you like what you see, please consider voting for it. Show your support. Let Facepunch see that you want to see this potentially being accepted. It's as simple as that. Right, now we've got a continuation of the Constellations collection. It is the Constellations sheet metal door, single sheet metal door. So, if you recall, Mr. Cavency, a good couple months ago, had his double sheet metal door accepted. We had the armoured door accepted, but yeah, he did make a single sheet metal door after a while, but it wasn't accepted, you know, and about a good several few weeks later, he's decided to come back to it. He's now made a version 2. We could actually do a nice quick comparison between the two of them. So, alright, we'll take a look at that, and then, do we have a similar view? So that's how it used to look like, and this is how it looks like now. So he's changed the patterns around. Okay, yeah, honestly, that's totally fine. You're allowed to do that. If you just want to kind of like bump the listing, not the listing, but the submission. You know, okay, I want to try again to see if I can potentially get this accepted. You could just rearrange something, change the textures ever so slightly. Perfectly fine. You're allowed to do that. So this is the version 2 of the Constellations metal door. Let's see if that potentially gets in, Mr. Cavency, just before Christmas time, or maybe we'll see it after Christmas, because let's not forget, during the Christmas rotations, effectively, all of the skin submissions that we've seen are frozen. It's a weird way to say this, but yeah, they're frozen, and some things that might have appeared 2 weeks before the Christmas could still appear like maybe 2 weeks after the last Christmas rotation. Does that make sense? So some of these skins that we see here very likely could appear in January time. That very likely could happen. So yeah. There's going to be 2 rotations where everything sort of freezes, and some of the submissions will be apparently appearing extra late later on. So yeah, you get the idea. Cavency, good job. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Right, so now we're on to rugs. Yes, we've got a very cool looking design here made by Sean, Mick and JJ. So, yep, nothing like a gimmick or anything. Just a straight up interesting theme. It looks very strange to look at. I will give it that. It looks really weird. Is it like sound padding insulation? Something? What's the word I'm trying to say? Do you know what I'm on about? Where you can like pad out an entire room so the sound is not compressed, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like when you record music and whatnot. But yeah. Okay. Fun idea. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Yep, that's it. The recording studio with all the foam. That's exactly what I was trying to explain. I just couldn't think of... Yeah, you get the idea. You got the visual there. Now you know what I'm talking about. But it does have a bit of competition this week. Yes, because we do have a gimmick. We have a very interesting striped Predator rug made by Mr. Verona. So, you know, I mean... I wouldn't say no to it. You had a fun idea. It's, you know, some people literally want to make a design for the default rug. Some people want to make a cutout, make something very fun and interesting out of it. We got the best of both worlds this week. So, yes. Would you like to put a tiger on your wall? Would that potentially scare off some people? Not a bad idea there, Mr. Ryan. I keep saying Mr. by default, but his name is already Mr. So I was about to say Mr. Verona. Yes, Sir Verona. We'll go with that. Right. So we'll move on to the next thing. We have a garage door. It's just 1. I'm. What do the numbers mean, Mason? So this is made by Quicker and 100. It's actually called the Artic Tourist garage door, I believe. So, yep. Arctic themed, snowy, you know, it's supposed to be. This might be actually a Christmas submission, so we'll talk about that a little bit more after we've shown off all of these skins. But yep, okay, that's cool. Maybe he wants to try and see if he can get this accepted this week before the Christmas stuff. We'll see if this is actually supposed to be a Christmas submission when we potentially see like an actual place where we can submit or see the submissions of Christmas related skins. So yeah, you get the idea. Moving on to get a good look at this. We have a sheet metal double door. And is that what I see? Is that what I think it is? Yes, it is specific. I need to drink some water real quickly. I've been talking too quick. Sorry about that. Specifically positioned glow in the dark at the top of the doors. And of course, that must mean it's made by Mr. Morphus and Mr. Micro. They specifically make sure that the glow-in-the-dark portion is above the upper half of the doors, so at night time you can crouch in front of it and you can't get spotted. But of course you can still see the position of where it is, purely based, you know, you can still see the glow-in-the-dark. So Mr. Micro has been successful with Mr. Morphus with getting the demonic Raven door accepted during Halloween, and he did a very nice talk about their design decisions in how they approached and made the glow-in-the-dark portion. So yeah, they're taking that and they're applying it to pretty much every single door they make from here on now, and it's perfectly fine. It's a nice looking door. It is the only double door that we have this week. So, well, made by a skin creator that has appeared in TGG's lists before. So yeah, and they've had a skin accepted before. So you know, just saying. So yeah, very nice. It glows, of course it does. You could have given me a nice story to read out. Unbelievable. So. Remember, if you like what you see, please consider voting for this. You can go to the Rust Workshop yourselves and you can find these skins and you can vote yes on them. Or no, you know, if you don't like it, you can vote no. But yeah, show your support, lit face punts here, and potentially you could help some skins get accepted. So with that, we're now going to dabble into tools and weapons, starting off with the Mailbox Hammer, the only hammer skin of this week. It is made by Mr. Zink and Mr. Eichflinier. I can't pronounce that properly, I'm very sorry, let's try that again. Eichflinier. I think I did it right. But yeah, it's literally in the shape of like a mailbox. Yeah. Oh, I get it, yeah. So, if only it was larger and you could just wedge it into the ground. So, cool stuff, looking very cool. Let's now move on to a foil balloon 9 year. Okay, could have called it a rocks or whatever. Anyway, oh, I get it. Happy birthday, 9 years of Rust. Okay, that's what he meant. It's a 9. It's a 9. Happy birthday, 9th birthday for Rust. So it's a balloon. It's a balloon. That's what it is. I think Rust I think they'll make a much bigger fuss about it next year when it's number 10. So, next year it will be 10 years, but of course, right now it's the 9th birthday of Rust on Steam, and, well, let's see what happens over the course of this year and up to the 10th birthday. Maybe we'll get a very fun event. But again, it's like literally just before Christmas, isn't it? So we'll have a fun birthday event, and then we'll have a fun Christmas event. So sounds good, sounds enjoyable. Let's now move on to Ice Dragon Tools. Pickaxe, and of course the stone hatchet, we'll see in a minute. Mr. Jessen, Mr. Xenia Paris, looking very nice, looking very cool. Cold themed skins for December. I like what I see. Is this supposed to be for Christmas or is it supposed to be for this week? Again, we'll have to find out in a bit. Yeah, so this appeared, of course, last night. Let's just double check. Yep, yes it did. And, I'm not saying no. It's just I haven't seen any stone tools in quite some time. I think Face Puncher kind of cooled down on it for a while. Then again, tools in general kind of haven't really been seen that much this year. So, yeah, it's a bit awkward. And then you got the ice hatchet here. I do think we, much like with Halloween, we potentially could see some more allowance to some items that rarely ever do get skins and whatnot. If you get what I mean in regards to the likes of maybe we'll actually see a hammer skin being accepted, or I don't know, maybe another balaclava or a water purifier. It could happen. You never know. Pure Christmas water from your Christmas water purifier. Skin creators, I've given you a great idea. But anyway, yeah, Ice Dragon Stone Tools. I think. Are you making tons and tons and tons of dragon themed skins now? You've got Toxic Dragon, you've got Dragon Horn. I'm noticing a trend here, buddy. Do you like dragons a lot? If you don't believe me, I'll just quickly show you. He has made Dragon Horn, and he also made. He did. Right. Yes. It's not. This isn't brand new. He did try to make Ice Dragon last year. Ice Dragon became before Toxic Dragon. Yes. Right. Yes. Ice Dragon Horn. Yep. That's it right there. He tried to get these accepted. That looks really cool, but it wasn't accepted. But then Toxic Dragon was accepted. It's strange. It's strange. You know what? Let's just quickly find Dragon Horn real quickly. There you go. Dragon Horn skins right there. Some of them were accepted. There you go, that's it. So Dragon Horn was the first. He tried to make Ice Dragon, didn't work out well. He made Toxic Dragon, that was accepted. So, okay, yep, maybe this could potentially start off the new set of dragon skins. Now we'll move on to low poly collections. So we have low poly tools, low poly hatchet and pickaxe, version 2. It's not the first time we've seen these. Mr. Alpha did make some earlier this year. Let's see if they still exist. They don't, he removed them. So, yep, we have the stone tools accepted. but we haven't had the hatchet and the pickaxe. This is more of a gimmick. Due to requests, rework texture and crispness. So looks like some people really did want to get those low poly tools being accepted. So, you know, cool stuff. Interesting. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted, Mr. Alpha. Now then, we're now going to move on to some knives. There's quite a lot of knives that were introduced this week, and, well, you're about to see something quite funny in a bit. So, SMKSS, Marduk and IGWT Menace. This isn't the funny thing. You'll know what it is when you see it in a minute. But Narcos, they're trying to make a Narcos collection, looking very cool. You got your... Yeah, they got a lot of skins this week. You're about to see a lot of them, because we've got pump shotguns to show off in a fair bit. But yeah... Nice sharp blade, interesting design with the snake, looking very cool. And then we got a gold version, so yep, we got the gold knife. Yep. You should only be able to hold this if you're winning an arms race. Just saying. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, they're trying to make a collection of Narcos weapons, so looking cool. And now, the funny thing, banana knife. Banana knife. So he stuck with it. Debsky decided, you know what? I'm going to make a banana pun as much as I can. Banana knife, do 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 do. Banana knife, do 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 do. Hunt down your enemies with this mighty banana combat knife. It's also quite tasty. You can feed them with it too. Grown on local rust farms. No glow. Right, you know what? Screw it, don't care. I know we haven't seen many knife skins in such a long time, but if this was the one that was after what, 2 years? If we finally got a new knife skin after 2 years and it was the banana knife, I'm all for it. That looks silly, much like the banana, but you know what? I'm all for it. Hey, he had a fun idea, he stuck with it. You got the peel, you got the actual banana inside, you got the little sticker as well. He's got it. It's perfect. The banana split crossbow. Come on, man. Banana split. Come on. We'll move on to the next one. So now we are on to crossbows. Flying Souls crossbow made by Shaft and Bixtrix. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Sorry about that. And it glows in the... No, does it glow in the dark? It doesn't say if it does. Is that light reflecting off it, or is that glow in the dark? What I should point out is... Well, you see the stars. Are you standing in front of a fire, though? That's the problem. You've made me question this. Make sure when you want to show off if it does or doesn't glow in the dark, you're not standing in front of light. You know, that would be helpful. And you should also say whether it glows or not. So, yeah, just a little bit confused there, guys. But fun idea. Looks cool. Let's get a good look at that. Right there. Yep. Okay, now we've got another crossbow skin. We've got a continuation of the banger collection made by Mr. Michael, Mr. CD. Oh, what's this? Are we seeing how... Oh, that looks nice. You see the development of the skin. Looking very cool. Now, this shouldn't shoot a bullet. Don't tell me it shoots a bullet on this skin. Is it shooting a bullet or an arrow? He's pinging something. Is it an arrow this time? Do you see it here? What's he like pinging with his finger? It's just a boom. So if you know the previous banger skins, it would normally have a bullet, like a bullet bill, but no. This time it's just a boom. So of course, because it's arrows, you get the idea. So alright, that's cool. That's a nice bit of continuity. Now we're on to SAP skins. SAP Noir. Do you remember the Noir collection made by Mr. Sodsender? Earlier this year we had a couple of skins accepted. The Noir Python. The Noir AK-47. We had some clothing and whatnot, but that wasn't accepted. We've seen many skins, but they weren't accepted. But you know what? Sodsender thought, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to make another one. I'm going to try and see if I can extend my Noir collection. So, we've got a nice black and white design here for the SAP. If we look at the aim sight, got a nice bit of white there. That should help out in most environments. Maybe not the snowy areas, but you get the idea. So, fun idea, simple in design, but you know what? A lot of people do appreciate that. So we'll see if that potentially gets accepted. And then we have more SAP skins. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it P? Is it P? Is it PYH? Is it P? P? I asked you to write in your description, how do I pronounce your name? Continuation of a very old set I started a long time ago, the Cobalt collection. So, no glow, made with 100% love. Cobalt Sap. Get a good look at this. Yep. Look at to its side. I see. Like the bullets and whatnot thingy. What's the Cobalt logo? I've completely forgotten it. It's got a nice red tip on its aim sight. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know if I want to go through every single skin that you've made just to find your... Oh, there you go, Cobalt SAR. So yeah, they tried to... Yeah. And did you have more than that? Is that the Cobalt double barrel? Dual exhaust. So yeah, you got a lot of skins. Well, 91 submissions. I could probably go back into the... Oh no, there's so many. A cat. Right, Cobalt LR300. Yes, Cobalt SAR. You did get that accepted. My brain was flat and it couldn't remember things. This came out back in 2019. Please excuse me. It's been a long time since I've seen this. It's actually quite rare. You know what? We could quickly find out. Cobalt collection. Is there a collection? We've only got the SAR. So, yep. And... how many are in circulation? Apparently, there's around 7,000 in supply. Okay, and it's selling for $1.11. Oh dear. So yeah, sorry about that. Got a bit lost. Let's now move on to talking about the Radiator, Mr. Xenon's SAP skin of this week, and I don't like that warped background view, but at least we get a good idea of what the SAP looks like. Yep. So let's get a good look at this. Yep. Looking very nice. Looks like it's deteriorating. Oh, I see. So he's made part of the mesh invisible. Oh, that actually looks quite cool. I mean, I like that. Okay, yeah, that's cool. All right, now we'll move on to Revolvers. So, Multi-R-Hat, Raphael. Why'd you keep changing your name? Multi-name. And Marco keeps changing his name anyway. He used to be Boris, then he was Eduardo, now he's Raffaello. Anyway, so we've got a cool looking skull design here. Do you remember back in Halloween I sat there and said, you know what? Not every single skin that's got like death or skulls or you get the idea. It doesn't have to only be for Halloween. We usually see that appear every now and then during every other part of the year. Here you go. Here's another skull and bony revolver skin right here. Yep. Now, you're not the only person that made a revolver skin this week, you two, because what we also have here is the Warbringer revolver, made by Mr. Kelmo Legend. Let's get a good look at this. It is like an exhaust or a... what do you call this? It's the flamethrower? What is the thing I'm thinking of, but I can't seem to remember. Is it... my brain. It's not fully on, is it? But yeah, we've got a lot of... let's get a good down on the aim sight. It's got a yellow aim sight there. What did the other one have? I should at least get a good look at that. This one here doesn't have a coloured in aim sight, so maybe that could potentially be the difference in what gets accepted, Mr. Kelmo Legend. Well, there's no guarantees. Face Punch doesn't really care too much about whether it has a colourful aim sight or not. They don't really care too much about revolvers, but maybe this is the week for revolvers. Revolver skins tend to be very nice investments. They tend to sell very nicely, very reasonably, and then afterwards they tend to go up in price very comfortably. In fact, why don't I just show you? How many revolver skins have we had this year? 3, I believe. The revolver, yes, very cool, very nice. Show me all of the revolvers. And if I look at all of the most recent ones... Oh, well, there you go. They're all in a positive. Hooray! So, get a good look at these revolvers. Do you see any ones in the red? Nope, not a single one is in the red. Revolvers, the best, well, probably could be considered the best tier 1 weapon that you can make. Well, it's right there. Look at that. Look at all these skins. High demand to use it in the game. High demand to use the skins equals higher skin prices. Very good, very nice, and they're only going to go up even more in price as we enter towards the end of December, early January. So, looking very good there, and let's go back to the revolvers. Now we're on to Pythons. So, Red Rex has actually made 2 of these, Harbinger and Harbinger version 2. So we've got one that's all sandy and brown. Get a good look at this. Is it meant to be like bone? Can we see? It doesn't have a view of aiming down the sight. Oh, that could have made a world of difference, Mr. Red Rex. Well, he made a red version as well, but it doesn't look like it has a different coloured aim sight. So, yeah, okay. Maybe it will get accepted, maybe it won't, we'll see. But it doesn't have a helpful aim sight from what I can see, so... We'll move on to the next one. We have the Shatterhand Python, made by a Mr. Shedmon. Oh, get a good look at that, up close. Oh, that looks nice. Nice design. Very cool. Oh, look at that. He's made it look as if it's on display. That looks nice. Right, so it's all nice and shiny on the side here. Gold trim. Oh, pearlescent white here. Nice and shiny. Now, if we could just see what it looks like when you aim down the sight. Surely you've done that. Surely you got an image where you aim down the sight. Shedmon, no! Where is it? I can't see. Oh, you got to aim down the sight in at least one of these images. We need to see what it looks like with the aim sight. No, no, he doesn't do it. Can I vaguely see it there? Ah, it's so bright. I don't like the sunlight. Yeah, it looks like it has a gold, but I don't think it stands out very nicely. Ah, that's awkward. Damn it. I can't see. I think it doesn't stand out very nicely. It just has a gold tip, but the other parts are all gold trim, so maybe it doesn't stand out very nicely. Well, we'll just have to move on to the Thompson skins. So, Spectre and Milok, we have the Liquidation Thompson. Get a good look at this. Look at the design. Look at the sheen. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Looks a bit too similar to Tempered Collection, I should point out. That's the one thing I have noticed. But other than that, looking very nice and shiny. And, ooh, quite literally, very shiny. Okay, well, then we'll just get a good look at this. Maybe in the daylight. I mean, that's upside down. I can't look at that. Let's just look at it here. So this is what it's going to look like. Yep. Can we get one where you're aiming down the sight? Please. Please, 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 please. Nope, they don't do that either. Come on, guys. I just need you to aim down the sight. Not in the sun. I can't see. Alright, we'll move on to the Sketch Thompson. See, this guy did it, but he didn't add a colourful tip. A different coloured tip for the aim sight, so that's a bit awkward. Made by Mr. Rue. Very, very bright and blue. Yeah, he's trying to make a sketch collection. I think it's supposed to be like written down in pen or something. Yeah, it's a bit awkward to look at, in a way. It's a bit awkward to look at. But this is well, it's not really a continuation. You haven't had this accepted. We did see the Crossbow last week, didn't we? Well, looks like it's trying to become a collection. Let's see if that works out. But yeah, Mr. Rue, I would consider adding a different coloured tip for your aim sights in the future. Now we got the compressed SAR made by Kettle, inspired by old 3D games textures compression. Didn't we have someone doing that already earlier this year? I can't remember who it was. There was an AK, 8-bit AK. Do you remember that? Yep. I know what this is. I get the idea of the theme and whatnot. So if you're going to sit there and say, "Oh, I don't like it. It looks weird," no, it's got a theme to it. It's got a gimmick. I see what that is. I know what you're referencing. The aim sight. It's red as well. Well, maybe in most backgrounds it should still stand out quite nicely. Okay, that works out quite alright. I think that's good. It looks nice. But we have had quite a lot of SAR skins recently, and I think we might be cooling off on SAR skins for a while. Lo and behold, then watch and see Face Punch accept this. But remember what I said, if you like what you see, please consider voting for these skins. Go on to the workshop, vote yes or vote no. Show your support, let Face Punch see it. Potentially, that could affect the skin potentially being picked for this week or next week, you never know. Now we're going to move on to the pump shotguns. That's how I was alluding to earlier. We have the Narcos pump shotguns. We have the silver one. Get a good look at this. Nice design with the skulls. Nice patterns. Do we have a... Yep, aim down. What do you see? A ever so helpful red tip. Exactly what we're looking for. And then we'll look at the gold one. Yep. So again, this is made by SMKSS, Marduk, and IGWT Menace. There's the gold version. Yep. So whatever one gets picked first, whether it's the silver or the gold, I believe they're going to continue the collection from there. I can't seem to look at this. If I click this, it doesn't show up for some reason. Now you can see it. Oh, nice and shiny. And of course, when you aim down the sight, what do you see? A nice red tip right there. Yep. Very helpful, very cool. Let's see if that gets anywhere, guys. And now, last but not least, with the weapons, we have the custom-painted LR300. Andy, I think you could have given it a different name. It's not a bad idea of this. I just think you could have probably given that a name. You could have called it like Roses of Death LR300, something. You get what I mean? You could have given it a name. Roses are red. Now you're dead. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You could have done that. So yeah, LR300s. We've seen the changes recently. We saw a skin being accepted literally just this past week. I don't see an aim down. So, damn it! I can't see. Can't see the tip. You see it there. I don't think it's different coloured. It does not look like it's a different colour. Yeah. Okay then. So Andy Boo, come up with better names. That's my only criticism. Now we're going to move on to clothing and armour. So, if you remember Mr. Xenon last week, hang on a minute, didn't you just release a weapon tool skin this week as well? I think you're uploading too many, buddy. Just giving you a heads up. Anyway, yep, he made the Fallen Angel hoodie. Wait, hang on a minute. How many skins have you submitted this week? I think you've submitted too many. Yeah, we had the Fallen Angel hoodie and pants last week. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've uploaded 4. Don't you think that's a bit too much? Anyway, yep, Falling Angel. It's their attempt to make a collection. But yeah, I'm not sure. He keeps changing some of them. So he's made like 3 different versions of the hoodies, and it's only been 2 weeks. Now we're moving on to the boots. So yep, we got a pair of boots right here. I mean, get a good look at all of this design. Is that something you like to see? You can still go to the workshop and vote yes or vote no. So yep, looking cool in its design. But we do currently have apostate, and it kind of looks fairly similar to apostate. But you know, let's just get a good look at the boots for now. Here are the Fallen Angel boots. Nice trendy design with the wings and the skulls, the bones. Yep, the bones. But then there's a glow-in-the-dark version. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. There it is. I skipped ahead too quickly. Sorry about that. So we've got glow-in-the-dark Fallen Angel boots. Xenon, I think you really do need to kind of contain yourself and stick with one idea. Because, like, I don't think you did glow-in-the-dark hoodie and pants, for example, with the purple at the very least. It's a nice idea. I'm just sitting there saying, like, you know, stick with a plan. Don't submit so many things in 1 week. But yeah, there's a lot of pink there. Stands out. Do you know what? I did say this last week. We saw the glow-in-the-dark hoodie and the pants. Remember the blue and the red one? We have so many hoodie and pants, but we have hardly any of them that are glow-in-the-dark. Of course, yes, I know. People will see you at night. I get that. But can we at least have a couple? It'll be funny. Some people want to be seen at night because it's funny, okay? Alright, but yeah, these boots, they do glow. That looks interesting. Would it be accepted? I don't know. It's up to Face Punch, isn't it? You can always vote for it if you like it. Now we're going to move on to a Riot helmet. Chrome Riot helmet. When was the last Riot helmet accepted? Oh wow, I've got to think back about that, don't I? Was it the Racer one? It was probably the Racer one. Riot helmets. Here we go. The most recent one accepted was Road Romeo back in 2020. It has been over 2 years, almost 3 years, since the last Riot helmet skin. Okay. Yeah, well, again, demand. How much does it actually get used in the game? That's the main problem, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see more. It's just awkward in the fact that, will it actually be used? And because we have hardly any Riot helmet skins, they've all pretty much gone up in price because of that. Like, do you see any of them in the red? That Operator helmet sold 14,000. This is a helmet that doesn't get used that much, but yep, that's still selling for $2. But again, you know, with no new ones that have come out in recent times, it's only going to flourish because of that, because we haven't had any new ones in such a long time. So yeah, Chrome Riot helmet made by Mr. Bingo and Mr. Demon, nice and shiny. I think that's it's a reference to something. I just can't seem to get my head on it. What's it referencing? I see the banged up head and I'm looking at it thinking, oh, what am I thinking about? Is it Jackass? No. Is it something similar? I'm thinking in the right direction, I think. Someone had a helmet like that, and they used to do stunts or something. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, okay, looks cool. Riot helmets is a nice thing to just quickly look back at. Well, let's move on to Interrogative long T-shirt. Now I know what this is referencing. So Saint and 1SQ. YouTube. Do you know what this is referencing? I'll give you 5 seconds. Come on. They like to give you hard riddles. Come on. It's the Riddler. There you go. Now, I only really know that because I played Batman Arkham Asylum. That's a great game, by the way. Yeah, the Riddler. You can't sit there and say it's a Riddler hoodie and pants, but yeah, I get the idea. That's fun. It's a green collection, potentially. If that were to be accepted, we potentially might see some green skins. But green hoodie and pants and armour and whatnot, and of course that's helpful in the green environments and the grassy areas and whatnot, so that very likely could be something that a lot of people might want to buy, because the only green grassy type of skins that we have, clothing and armour wise, is Forest Raiders, and that's getting more and more expensive with the sheer lack of competition. You do have the bombshell. Yeah, bombshell. Is that? Yeah. Bomb. Yeah. You do have this as well. It's just not used as much. Plus, the armour kind of stands out a bit with the other colours. So yeah, we should keep our eyes open, prepared potentially to see that. But then again, this isn't the only green clothing armour skins that we've seen so far this year. That we've seen quite a lot of them, and they weren't accepted. So. And with that, we're going to end this off with remember what I said earlier about speculation and anticipation? Well, there you have it. JPEG is continuing with a hoodie and a pants. Mr. GBG, Mr. Trigger, they've finally gone and done it. So if you don't fully know what's going on, it has been a long time since we've seen some clothing and armour by... Well, let me just bring this up. You can see it all here. JPEG collection. So we got the Tier 2 accepted during the very beginning of September. Yep. And literally a week or so later, we saw the Tier 3 being uploaded and submitted to the workshop. It was never accepted. How very sad. And for the longest time, ever since the middle of September, yes, I've been like this for so long, I was like, GBG, Trigger, where's the JPEG hoodie and pants? We need it. Where? Well, there you have it. They finally submitted it. During a week, I don't think they were supposed to submit skins. It's a bit awkward. But I've seen a lot of people trying to sneak their way in, trying to get like a cel-shaded hoodie and pants being accepted and whatnot. Yeah, some other people were trying to get theirs accepted. It didn't happen. And I was really pushing the idea that GBG, Trigger, you really need to get this out as soon as you can, because other people are trying to get the same theme out and whatnot. None of those people have been successful. And now we have the actual JPEG hoodie and pants out now in the workshop. Could we see that potentially this week? And what would the impact have with that? So, as we are aware, as I literally just showed you, we do have JPEG collection that was accepted, only the Tier 2. So, well, I'm talking about clothing and armour. We only currently have, in terms of core pieces, the JPEG collection. And the only real thing that would jump up in price would be the kilt. So that's the one thing I care about most. And at the moment, this is only selling for like $1.30, $1.35. It did go up in price earlier this year when we saw the... So see this? See how it just went down a bit and then spiked up? What happened here? Well, that's when we... See that? September 12th, the day that the JPEG Tier 3 appeared on the workshop. But then it never appeared. And it went down and down and down. But what we have seen very recently is... someone just bought 15 last night. I wonder why. People who have been speculating the appearance of this for so long finally saw it, and now people have jumped in and they've bought around 15 there, anticipating the arrival, potentially seeing JPEG hoodie and pants. Because if that does appear, this kilt will be going up in price. The JPEG collection should be increasing in demand because of that and whatnot. So yes, this is the financial perspective. This is mainly what I am looking out for. Core pieces tend to be the one thing that makes the best profits, but we do see the likes of prices going up for like deployables and whatnot if more skins from that collection appear and whatnot. JPEG metal door actually did go up in price ever so slightly when we saw the JPEG garage door being accepted. So, that is something I have noticed, but I think it's now starting to go down as well. Well, there's only one straggler right there. Just one straggler that's trying to sell theirs for $1.90. If he disappears, it goes back up to around $2.49 again. So, yeah, you can see that. When the JPEG garage door was accepted, it started to pick up. So, financial perspective, isn't it fun? This is something I have been waiting for a very, very long time, and I'm very happy that you finally submitted it. So, yeah, that is that. That is all of the skins that were submitted this week. That wasn't Christmas themed. Yes. So, looks like TGG has not made a new skin collection for this week. That's fine. In regards to top picks is what I'm on about. So, now we're going to go back over to here, because you might notice right there we've got two very Christmassy skins. Now, I don't really want to talk about Christmas skins right now. I'd rather save it for next week, but it's a sneak peek. There's two skins, why not? So, you're lucky you submitted these early, Shedmon and Ted. We're getting ever so closer to Christmas. I could have themed that better. Would you like to have a glow in the dark Ioka? All you've got to do is vote yes. So, Rusmus 22, so close. I kind of got this all right. Anyway. So, we're seeing the Christmas-related skins coming out onto the workshop now. Keep your eyes open. We potentially might be seeing... remember with Halloween, they had their own area where they're all being submitted, and you can see all of them. I hope that happens, and then we can go through all the Christmas skins next week. And, enjoy ourselves, We can rub our hands and think, right, we've got 2 weeks of Christmas-related skins. We'll probably see 10 skins being accepted for each week, along with the Christmas items, that being the Santa beard, deluxe Christmas lights, snowman helmet. You get the idea. So we're probably going to see around 20... Oh, I'll just show you. Look at last year, for example. So how many Christmas skins did we have last year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 there, and then the items. And then for the next week, how many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we've got 9 in the second week. Okay, so around 10 each week, by the looks of things, potentially. So yeah, Christmas skins are doing very nicely at the moment, aren't they? Did you invest into them? I have been uploading my videos going over the course of this December, talking about how I've been very successful. And, well, first of all, I pointed out, hey, you need to invest into these, and then we did, and then we started selling them, and then we started to make great profits, didn't we? So, yep, it's been very interesting. It's been very enjoyable. I thank everybody that's been watching my videos, and, of course, I thank everybody who have been watching me on my streams, because today, I reached partner. I was very happy about that, and I'm very grateful for everybody that's watched me. 763 streams later, yes, I counted, I finally reached that point. 20 months of streaming, talking about skins, and having fun with my chat and whatnot. It's been enjoyable. So that's the Twitch side of things, and hopefully soon I'll have 1,000 subscribers, and I can earn a penny for every single video where I talk about skins for an hour. Yes! Yeah. So yeah, things are looking pretty good towards the end of this year. It's been very nice progress, and I thank everybody that's been watching me. This video, thankfully, wasn't as long as the previous ones, and I'm sure you're all happy about that. But I'm happy about all the support you've given me and been watching me and whatnot. And now I've got loads of people pinging me desperately. Oh, okay, wonderful. So now I've got to go take care of the children. Gentlemen, thank you all. Get a good look at this. We have the Festive Fighter LR300. I realise I didn't show this off as much compared to the Ioka. So, yep, Ted, Twin, they have an LR300 just in time with the recent update for the LR300 and whatnot. So, very interesting batch of skins already appearing. But, of course, next week we'll give them the better look. And, yeah, Christmas is next week. But for now, let's just sit back and relax and wait and see what potentially will be appearing for this December 8 Rustle rotation.